Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Regular viewers know I review many photographic, audio and video related products. Well, today, whilst I'm transferring some cine film, I thought I'd check out the video quality on my new Canon M50. I'm actually recording this in HD because I want to see how good the face detect is and the dual pixel autofocus, because in 4K the dual pixel autofocus doesn't work. But I am going to do a second take just to see how good that is. Just adjust that. So this is just a quick test just to see how good the dual pixel autofocus works in HD. Now I've got this set to quite wide. In fact, it's very wide on my Canon M11-22 lens, and I really like that lens. It's a good standard lens. I'm going to keep it on the body probably permanently, because it does a good wide angle, as well as, well, it's actually wide angle, very, very short, well, it's not even telephoto, it's just a good wide angle lens from extreme wide to wide. So there we go. Everything else is set to auto. The audio levels are set to manual. Unfortunately, I can't see the audio levels on the monitor. I have to just, you know, when you're setting it, you can, but you can't see them while you're actually recording, only during the setting it up process. And I can't monitor the audio with headphones because there is no headphone jack on this particular camera. But at the end of the day, it's a great value camera. And I could plug an external monitor in and use the headphone jack on the external monitor, but it's so compact. I'm just running it as it is. So let's see. Oh, the sound is coming through my Rode wireless Go system. So what we'll do is we'll shut this down, and then I'll do a tighter shot again in HD, and we'll see how that looks. So I'm still using my 11-22 lens. It's not the ideal lens for filming tight shots, but I can see the face detect is working because the box is moving as I move around, and I'm still filming in HD. I'm a little bit close to the lens. I mean, I can, you know, touch the lens there, but you know, it's still very, very good. You don't get that bokeh because the lens is too wide. You should be using a short telephoto lens, something like a 50 or 85mm lens. But I'm just doing this for, you know, testing purposes, and it seems to be holding the focus, even though I am moving around, you know, quite a bit, and checking the film's going through okay. So, and the colours are looking lovely. So I think HD is going to be absolutely fine. I'll do this again in 4K, but the crop is going to be really tight. I'll just have to move the camera back a bit, which is completely fine. But I suspect the autofocus isn't going to be so good because you get no dual pixel autofocus. So there we go. Let's see how this shot looks, and we'll carry on from there. I've now changed the setting to 4K. I can see the face detect is still working, but it won't be dual pixel. So I'm kind of expecting the picture to be a bit softer. I haven't moved to a wide shot yet, although I have had to move the camera back a bit because of the crop factor in 4K. But that actually doesn't bother me, to be honest. Why would that bother me? With the 11-22 lens, you can still get a really good shot in 4K. I know cropping the image is a real pain in the butt, but you know, you can work around it. And a lot of reviewers have said that. I'm not sure though whether I can work around the autofocus if that isn't working properly. You know, that's something that I need to look at, particularly as I'm moving around a bit. So yeah, the HD is probably what I will use, but I am very interested to see how good the 4K looks. Again, looking at the monitor, the colours are great. It is fantastic that it has got a monitor, just an articulating monitor. People are right, you don't need to set up loads of other kit just to get some quick shots. It's taken me a matter of minutes just to set this up, stick it on a tripod and plug the mic in, and away you go. So it is a teeny bit annoying that the articulating screen is affected by the mic socket. The mic lead does cover the screen a bit, but it's nothing major. It's just a little bit, you know, just a wee bit annoying. So I'm now going to take a wider shot and see how well that looks. Okay, so I've now set, it's the same lens, the 11-22, but I've gone right down to the 11mm end. Again, still shooting in 4K, so I want to see how that looks. I'm suspecting actually the audio is going to be not great. I just realised my fan is still blowing in the background because we're in the middle of a summer here in the UK and it's lovely and warm, but my office does get rather hot. I haven't got the luxury of air conditioning in my office, and that's a shame, but I'm not going to get it fitted because it costs too much, and for the amount of summer we get, pointless. So yeah, that's the wide shot in 4K, no lighting. That's great as well. I've got it set to auto ISO. It's on manual as far as the aperture and shutter speed, but the ISO is set to auto. There is a window right behind the camera with the daylight coming through. And again, on the monitor, it looks fine. It looks fine. So, you know, nice, quick and easy shot. So that's you know, what it looks like in 4K. Just wondering how good the face detect autofocus is. I thought I would do a second test. Now, my first test was done in HD and done in 4K, but it was sat down. So it wasn't very challenging really for the autofocus to work. I'm actually now doing a slightly more challenging test where I'm walking towards the camera, and I'm still filming in HD on the Canon M50. I'm also filming a wide shot on my Nikon Z6 here, fitted with the Nikon 16 to 35 lens, and I'm loving that combination, and that's working out really well. But I'm interested today isn't on the Z6, it's on the Canon M50, and I think you'll see, looking at the box around my face, the dual pixel autofocus is working absolutely fine. And I hope that that is the case when I look at it back on the computer. But this is filming purely in HD. Now, I would like to do this in 4K, and I am going to do it in 4K, just to see how well the autofocus works. I suspect it won't be so good, and it'll be a softer image. That's what people were saying. So this is in HD, and I think I really do hope it is actually holding on to my face and it's looking really good. The Nikon Z6s are great. They hold focus brilliantly. I've been using them for several months now. Really, really pleased with the Z6. But the M50 is a lot more compact and it's a lot cheaper. So it could well be a great camera for YouTube creators. So I've got my Atomos Ninja 5 recording the screenshot. You can see on here the face is being picked up, and that's coming off my Ninja 5. One frustrating thing I have found with the Canon M50, the minute you plug a monitor or anything into the HDMI port, you lose your monitor on the back of the camera. So just be aware of that. You're completely reliant then on the monitor that you've plugged into the camera. So that's my test using the Nikon Z6 as a wide and the Canon M50 as my main camera. Just a quick test, not lit, just want to see how good the autofocus is there. Now we're going to swap out and swap over to the 4K version. So now we're actually filming this in 4K, and there is quite a heavy crop on the actual image. That isn't a major concern really, to be honest, because I am shooting with the wide angle lens. I've still got my Atomos recorder on top. Now, according to the focus framing, the box around my face, it's saying I am in focus. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see how good the focus is. Now, the Nikon Z6 is filming in 4K as well. I always set that to 4K, I don't bother filming in HD on the Z6. But as I've got my Atomos recorder on the top, I am actually filming this. So I will put into the video this shot here, where it is showing my the box around my face. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see how good the autofocus is in 4K. But I still don't think, I mean, everyone says it's not very good. So, you know, we have to just wait and see. But I am finding this HDMI out on the M50 frustrating. Not only do you lose your monitor on the actual camera, it isn't a clean HDMI feed. So when you're feeding it into an Atomos recorder, you will get all the information display. I think I can get rid of that by continue hitting the info button, and then the information display goes. So that'd be interesting to see. That'd be an experiment I shall do on another video. But for now, with a badly lit scene, oops, didn't trip over the fan. Let's see how good the autofocus is. Ignoring the fact that it's cropped it tighter, that I'm not worried about. But yeah, let's see how good that autofocus is as I wander around. The Z6s will always pick it up. I've got every 100% confidence in my Z6. The studio actually looks quite smart on my Z6, looking at that angle. Quite like that. So yeah, there we go. That's the Canon M50 in 4K mode. So there we go. I hope you find my channel useful. I hope you find these videos of interest and you get some use out of them. So thanks very much for watching. If you do enjoy this video, please subscribe to the channel. And if you like the content of this video, hit the like button. Stay tuned for more videos related to photography and video and the Canon M50. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now.